Stephen A., are you still going with the Eagles today?
Well, let me first say that I could easily hide behind my man Frank Caliendo, a.k.a. Stephen B. Smith, and try to wiggle my way out of this. But I will do no such thing, Kerry Champion, Skip Bayless. I will do no such thing. I picked the Eagles to win on Thanksgiving Day. I did so not knowing that Mark Sanchez would be your starting quarterback because Nick Foles would go out. I did so not knowing D'Amico Ryans would go out with an injury, but I did it nevertheless, and I'm not backing up one bit. It's Thanksgiving. You understand? It's a day for the turkeys, and obviously, considering what I think about the Dallas Cowboys, I think it is apropos on this day, on this morning, to sit there and pick against the Dallas Cowboys in Big D, in Jerry Jones' billion-dollar playpen, in a NFC East rivalry game for supremacy, basically, in the NFC East at this particular juncture. I'm rolling with the Philadelphia Eagles. The offensive line is coming together. Mathis and Tobin and Lane Johnson and Peters and those boys, they're getting Gardner. They're getting it together, developing a cohesiveness and what have you. Doesn't rival the Dallas Cowboys' vaunted offensive line just yet, but doesn't necessarily need to because you've got Shady McCoy, who's going to have, I think he's going to show up. Darren Sproles will show up. Jeremy Maclin will show up. And the Philadelphia Eagles defense will bend, and they will bend a lot. They will bend against the Dallas Cowboys and DeMarco Murray's running game. They will bend against that offensive line, especially Mr. Benny Logan. I'm looking forward to seeing how he plays in this particular game for the Eagles, considering how he opened his mouth earlier this week. I know they will bend a lot when it comes to Des Bryant, to Jason Witten, to this kid Beasley, or to Terrence Williams. But bending is one thing, Skip Bayless. Breaking is another. I understand the Dallas Cowboys look like the better team right now. If I had to bet my money, I'd be in a world of trouble, but I'm not backing up. It's Thanksgiving Day. I made the prediction on my birthday because remind everybody that when I wore that disgusting Tony Romo jersey, it actually was a double whammy because it was on my birthday that I had to do it. It was October 14th, Skip, but this is a new day. It's a new month. It's a new day. It's Thanksgiving Day, and the Philadelphia Eagles are going to come through for their boy. They will beat the Dallas Cowboys today. I'm predicting a score, Skip Bayless, of 37-33. Philadelphia Eagles walk away victorious in Big D.
Wait a minute. Did you just say that the Eagles' offense is going to score 37 points on my Cowboy defense at Jerry World?
Yes. Oh, that's the easy part. I mean, they could lose by scoring 37 points. I expect them to score about 37 points.
Seriously. Now, let us remind our viewers, it was just this past Monday you were moonwalking on this pick because you indicated to me that you were considering actually going over to the dark side to pick my Cowboys in this game. Didn't I remember that
explanation
early
in that,
week?
Skip Bayless. I do remember that, Skip Bayless, but what I didn't tell you, what I didn't reveal at that particular moment in time is that I had a moment, Skip Bayless. As I was walking in the first take that morning, I was listening to a lot of Michael Jackson. God rest his soul, okay? I was listening to Michael Jackson, and obviously, you know, when you think about Michael Jackson, one of the things that come to your mind is moonwalking. Sure. I was in that kind of mood, but I'm all right now. But I was listening to Michael Jackson that morning, Skip Bayless. It was Michael Jackson.
Okay, all right. Just because it's Thanksgiving, I'm going to give you that break. Now, to my prediction, Mr. Smith, I am going to say this with the ultimate courage of my convictions. Dallas will win this football game on this afternoon, on this Thanksgiving, 28-24. Because right now, as I think you know in your heart of hearts, my Cowboys are just a little better in all ways than your Philadelphia Eagles that you continue to pick to win the NFC East. And I'm going to remind you that on this stage, national TV, Jerry World, Thanksgiving, that traditionally the Dallas Cowboys have owned because they always play on Thanksgiving, I think the stars are going to come out. I think it's going to be twinkle, twinkle for Romo, for Dez, and especially for DeMarco. you're going to see the big three be the big three on the biggest stage in the NFL today, which is the late game stage, Dallas versus Philadelphia. And I'm going to remind you, Stephen A., not only do I like the Cowboys to win today just because it's at Jerry World on Thanksgiving, but you realize my Cowboys are a good matchup for your Eagles. What happened last year at Philadelphia? Do you remember that game? The Dallas defense held Chip Kelly's offense last year in Philly to 278 total yards and a total of 3 points. Then in the season finale back at Jerry World with Kyle Orton at quarterback, despite 3 Cowboy turnovers, my Cowboys had a late chance to win that game and outgained your Philadelphia Eagles 414 to 366. That was with Orton at quarterback. Final score was 24-22, thanks to a late interception thrown by Kyle Orton. Now we have, for your Eagles, Mark Sanchez is your quarterback against Tony Romo. And we know what happened 2 years ago on Thanksgiving night. It was the infamous butt fumble play. And I think that on this stage today, Mark Sanchez will crack. He will make a couple of big mistakes against a Cowboy defense that is quietly getting a little better every week. And I'm going to remind you, your Eagles, Stephen A., lead the National Football League in giveaways, in turnovers committed. So they will turn the ball over today.